a memorial reading for this poet because he was a great poet, but also because he was a great poet that people here, in one person in particular, Henry Hart, were close to. He came here in 2002, just for a couple of days, but he had a real warmth.
You can argue convincingly that he really was a kind of rock star in the poetry world, partly because he would hang out with rock stars. So he hobnobbed with the great and the famous, but he also hobnobbed with English professors at William and Mary.
My father worked with a horse plow. His shoulders globed like a full sail strung between the shafts and the furrow. The horses strained at his clicking tongue. An expert, he would set the wing and fit the bright steel-pointed sock. The sod rolled over without breaking. At the head rig, with a single pluck of reins, the sweating team turned round and back into the land.
My last things will be the first things slipping from me, yet let all things go free that have survived. Let the smells of mint go heady and defenseless, like inmates liberated in that yard, like the disregarded ones we turned against because we'd failed them by our disregard.
So if, my dear, there sometimes seem to be old bridges breaking between you and me, never fear. We may let the scaffolds fall, confident that we have built our wall.
The air was thick with a bass chorus. Right down the dam, gross-bellied frogs were cocked on sods. Their loose necks pulsed like sails. Some hopped. The slap and plop were obscene threats. Some sat poised like mud grenades, their blunt heads farting. Usually Heaney said their blunt heads darting. I sickened, turned, and ran. The great slime kings were gathered there for vengeance, and I knew that if I dipped my hand, the spawn would clutch it.
What nails dropped out that hour? Roads unreeled, falling light as casts laid down on shining waters. Under the moon's stigmata, 6,000 miles away, I imagine untroubled dust, a loosening gravity, Christ weighing by his hands.
I tasted freedom with him, to get out early, haul steadily off the bottom, dispraise the catch, and smile as you find a rhythm, working you slow mile by mile, into your proper haunt, somewhere well out, beyond. Dawn sniffing revenant, plodder through midnight rain, question me again.
Did sea define the land, or land the sea? Each drew new meaning from the waves' collision. Sea broke on land to full identity.
He lay in the 4-foot box, as in his cot. No gaudy scars, the bumper knocked him clear. A 4-foot box, a foot for every year.
Whenever you hear of anyone's death, the world seems like a light has gone out of it. But in this case, I think it was a really powerful and blazing presence.
Let's have a toast. Here's to the memory of Seamus Heaney, who gave us wise words and wonderful poetry. May his memory long be celebrated. So, Seamus Heaney, here we go.